What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? A great topic just came to my mind, and it's probably don't been talked about a lot, but I'm gonna just put my little, 2 cents into my point of view on how I look at it. Who's more significant when it comes to the breeder or the owner? So we're kind of gonna go back into past tense, and eventually when you go back in past tense, we have some great history in the past tense, and we try to live presently right now as we speak. And it's only talk about educational purpose only. We ain't talking about doing nothing illegal, any type of form or fashion. We don't condone in that. We do it the right way. But who's has the most significance in a dog? Either the breeder or the owner of the dog or the handler. But we're gonna just put all three of them, because you got to get a handler, because sometimes the owner too, he'll handle some dog. Even back then when we were able to be in that playing field, and it wasn't so illegal to a certain standard, and it wasn't so all the way kind of like well fetched to if you get caught. Back in the day, it was just more like, what I'm saying, it just wasn't blown out of proportion. It wasn't dang, what word I want to use? It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to think what I want to say. Dang, it's on the tip of my tongue. A brain fart. I hate that. Bombarded. There we go. It wasn't bombarded as much then as now. And but who has the most significance in it? And in my opinion, all three of them, because you got the breeder. He's knowing his formula. He's knowing the dog's inside out. He's knowing the strand alone, and he don't took time out for specializing in what he have, and what he's have his ability, what he have got from he got from the family of dog or the family of tree of dog, and what direction to go in. Now we have the owner purchased the dog. He said, look, he been looking at the dog, and he may have had some of that stuff back in the day, but off a different strand. We gonna say, because I like hypothetically speaking when I say things, so where I could get you to kind of look at it in my point of view, but also think outside the box at the same time. I meant, so he liked the strand. So say he going into a couple contests, he do it big. He do it in a good fashionable way. And so this dog getting a lot of credit. Don't have some puppies on the ground. The puppies doing absolutely well. And they up and coming as time lingers within the age group of these dogs. They doing well. And also we gonna go to the handler, because some men, they knew how to handle dogs as the conditioners, as the one that's making kind of dog being a little bit more corresponding to what the owner or the handler wanting to do within that that time frame, or wanting to get sent out or whatever. So like I say again, we ain't talking about nothing we ain't talking about nothing illegal. We just talking about past tense. So we got these three: the breeder, and we got the owner, and then we got the handler. But sometimes the owner can be the owner and handler. But sometimes you'll hear a lot of I don't read in the articles where the guy that would buy the dog, he would have a good handler. So they basically they'll be a teamwork. So who's more significant? I think all three of them. They plays a big part. And like I say, we look at and salute to Tom. Like what he done but very intelligent man. You know, he bred the dogs, and also we know the story behind it. I ain't gotta say behind. I don't gotta speak on everything, but you know, so that way it don't feel like I'm getting I'm copywriting some things, so and get, you know, chastised for saying some things. So, but anyway, he did what he did. But who's more significant, him or the one that bought the dogs from him? And I think all three of them, because they both all play a part. That's just like, you know, when you trying to, you know, make it through life, and you have to have the mind, you have to have the heart, you have to have the spirit. See, them all go in the same, they go hand in hand. It's like the, you know, the breeder, the owner, and the handler. Sometimes the breeder and sometimes the owner and the handler could be the same person doing both, or they can have a partnership. And then, you know, when the dogs do good, he might say, okay, I might buy back in. A lot of time they did that with Mr. You know, they went right back into him because they knew they knew the purpose behind it. They knew the you know, what I want to say. God, dog, I hate when I get that, like that brain fart. They knew the combination. We'll say it like that, we'll say it like that. They knew the combination with what they had going on as far as going back into a family of dogs. They knew what they was going to get. They knew the type of statistics they was going to get. They knew the type of rating. They knew the type of levels that they were going to get in order to go back into these family dogs. That's like me. I went back into the, you know, the Sinclair Slim Jim dog, because I knew what I was gonna get and what I seen on this man yard, looking at these dogs, how these dogs acting, how game they were, how high energy they were, how, you know, sound they were. I knew what I was getting, and that was one of the best decisions I ever could have made. But a lot of people, you know, they had their own opinion about, you know, the significance behind who get the most credit. All three of them get it because they working as a body. They working as an umbrella. They all under each other. Now, once you start getting outside of each other, so, oh, if it wasn't for me, then this would never happen. That's almost like the story behind, you know, how Mayday got created. This man took $300 and bred to that dog. He knew, he seen something. He envisioned something. He sought out something. You see what I'm saying? He sought out something. He took the chance. He risked it. But he seen something in that pedigree that he liked it. And so, but it has to be a point in a time that you got to give credit where credit is due. You have to. And that's in order to make good dogs, you have to give the breeder, you have to give the owner his brownie points, and the handler. But we're gonna say the handler too now. We're gonna speak in you know, present tense, speaking and taking it to the shows. Why is this dog looking like this? Because I got it for such and such kennel. He breed good dogs out like that with high quality, good style, good structure, high prey drive, you know, good working ability. It all go hand in hand. It all go hand in hand. So, and you know, like I say, I'm not gonna go in depth to this, but I just want to show this, you know, share this little video. You have to get that credit to do, because once you start giving that credit to the ones that's doing it, and then you kind of fall in suit and see how they done it. But also your job as a you know, as an owner, to see how I can do it a little better than him, and it's fine. And sometimes a lot of jealousy comes from that when you do it better than them, and they'll, you know, put some bad. Well, it wasn't for me. You know, they would never had this, so they would never had that, you know. And me, I'm the type of person, I want you to reach the same levels as me or be higher, because I might have to come back to you or whatever, you know, or whatsoever. I may have to come back to you, so I don't mind it. But all I'm saying is the breeder, he get the credibility, the owner get the credibility for putting in the time, the effort, the money, whatever, et cetera, and the handler. They all get the credibility. behind it, especially if he's a good one. You know, we don't hear over in history, it's been some great handlers that came along our ways that was able to, you know, have a dog in top tier shape. You know, right on the tee, they come in at such and such pounds, not a pound off, because he don't, you know, and that's one thing I look at. But and I said, you know, I had to do a video because I haven't done nothing, but I've been dealing with, you know, my situation have been, you know, out of 2 litters, only 1 live. I mean, that's really feel unreal. It's so disheartening. It's so, you know, it's really a harm and a foul. But me considering my anticipation, all of that, hey, we're gonna go back to the drawing board. That's what I believe in. It's all good. Now I get this 1% off. I'm not jumping off topic, so I want y'all to let y'all know. But I just want to talk about this too and intertwine this together. But that 1%, I like that 1%. This little puppy, she's showing me how active she is. My daughter, spoiling the heck out of her, but she's showing me very how active and very alert. She's paying attention. She watch. As soon as we come in the house, she's on the boom. Especially the way my daughter's spoiling her. So at 1%, I should get what I can see out of that 1%. That's almost like when you playing blackjack or playing, you know, poker. You know, you're gonna bet on that, you know, that card that's gonna come off, that full house, you know, or you got trips that can come. I'm looking for this card, and you know, and sometimes even if you can't get what you want, you can sell that pot, you know, by drawing in there. You might still have a little, you know, look like a straight going over here. You might have a daggone full house, or you might have you know, trips, like I said, or what else? Daggone a straight full house, trips. Yeah, I think it's one more I'm missing, but anyway, you get the point. So, and that's majority what you're looking for out of that 1%. But I'm happy with that because I got something, because I could have went empty-handed. So I'm happy about that, what I got. But anyway, yep, and I got to give my boy a shout out to, you know, Samurai and, you know, his team for, you know, putting me as a nominee on his channel, like some of the top channels. I wasn't in the top 10, but I was a nominee. Hey, look, I'm proud of that. That gives me so much fuel. Y'all just don't even understand how much fuel they give me for him to even mention, to have some type of, you know, give me some type of credibility and being mindful and thoughtful for what I'm standing on and what he's standing on just as well. And them guys, hey, man, I salute y'all. You know, it ain't nothing but mad love over here. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, All Will Kennels, other Carolinas at your services. We appreciate y'all putting the time to mention, and then being, you know, just having a notion and notifying me on so many levels. Man, that speaks a lot. That speaks a high volume. Appreciate you, brother. But we're gonna get back a little bit to the question. I'm 13. I'm gonna just try to go 15 minutes. But who has the most significance in the three of the breeder, the owner, and the handler? Sometimes the owner, that can be the handler too. They all have the credibility. That's like Voltron was created. That's like the Power Rangers had to create their thing. Everybody had to be intact for one another. So I feel like all three of them get the credibility, even though the guy out there, the owner's putting in the more work behind doing what he's doing, but the breeder has put in work by the mental aspect and the envision that he has for what he laid on the ground or weapon these puppies, what he has put back this combination by looking at that pedigree and studying it and putting this and seeing what he's seeing on site, looking at his dogs together. So plays a big part. And like I said, the handler plays a big part too, because he's taking the time out to condition his dog. You know, whatever time he put in, if it's 3 days a week, 2 days a week, letting him rest. 2 days a week, if he put in the X amount of hours, just knowing the odds and ends, what this dog and learning this dog. So all of them go hand in hand. It's like mind, body, and spirit. So all that goes hand in hand. You have to have it to be successful. So really thank y'all taking out the time out to listen to this video. But let me know what y'all think. And, you know, I'll have another video coming up soon. All Will Kennels of the Carolinas at your services.